welcome back to another Cryptic Trading preview. Firstly, as you can see, I'm not in the office today. I'm in the beautiful sunshine of Cornwall, enjoying the weather on this Jubilee weekend, and I hope you're having a great weekend too. But I do still have some selections for you being played over Sunday and Monday, so without further ado, let's get into it. So the first game we're going to analyse is Sweden versus Norway. I'm expecting a close game between the two sides. Looking into Sweden's stats, they've had 1.56 XG4 and 1.23 against, so these are actually pretty equal, and most of their games do seem close despite the scorelines in terms of the XG. They haven't seen both teams to score in their last 7 games, but looking at the XG and shots on target, these have been very close and there's no reason why it shouldn't have happened. Norway on the other hand, they've had 2.16 XG4 and 1.12 against. They're very attacking Norway, but they do concede chances. They even conceded against Gibraltar. So for bet 1, I really like the way that both of these sides line up. I know Sweden haven't actually had both teams to score in their last 7 games. However, the XG says otherwise, and it looks like both teams should have scored in most of their recent games. And Norway as well, they're looking like very likely with both teams to score. They managed to keep a clean sheet in Serbia, but I think they were pretty lucky to do that. And I'm going to go both teams to score here, with Haaland likely to have a big impact in this game. The second fixture I'm going to analyse is Wales versus Ukraine, World Cup Qualifier, and this is absolutely massive, and I'm expecting a very open game. Wales have on average scored 1.624, but they've also conceded 1.36 against. They've scored plenty of goals, but they've also conceding against the likes of Belarus and Austria. Ukraine, on the other hand, they've had an XG of 1.93 and 1.27 against. They've been very open in their games. Their previous qualifier against Scotland saw them win 3-1, with both teams expected to score through the XG as well, and I see no reason why this game shouldn't be different. Bet 2, I really like the look of this game. This is a massive World Cup qualifier. I see both teams being very open and attack-minded. Both teams to score has happened in both of these sides' recent fixtures, and also the XG backs that up as well, and I see no different here. I'm going to go both teams to score and over 2.5 goals. The final game I'm going to analyse is Malta versus San Marino. This will see the 10th smallest country versus the 5th smallest country in the world go against each other. Malta have had a 0.69 expected goals for and 2.28 expected goals against. They did, however, beat Cyprus 3-0, and they drew 2-2 against them as well, but they only had an XG4 of 1.66 in the draw and 1.36 in the win, so they were pretty close games. The last time Malta scored 4+ goals was in a 7-1 win over Liechtenstein in 2008, which was their record, so they do find the goals hard to come by. San Marino, they have a 0.25 expected goals for and 3 expected goals against. However, they do play some bigger nations, and if you actually look at their record against smaller nations similar to them, it's not that bad. They lost 2-1 against Lithuania, 3-0 against Andorra, 2-0 against Andorra. They drew 0-0 against Gibraltar, and in their last game they only lost 2-0 against Estonia. This saw Estonia only have a 1.4 expected goals for in this game against them, so actually against nations similar size to them, they actually don't perform that badly. Bet 3, I actually really like this bet, and I really like the value around it as well. I know it's Malta versus San Marino, it's 2 minnows. Malta actually haven't scored more than 3 goals since 2008, and I know they're up against San Marino, but I can't really see the same happening here. And Bet365 have this bet. They can have 2 or 3 goals in the game. That price is currently around evens, and I see that as a really good bet. So I'm going to say Malta versus San Marino, 2 or 3 goals in the game. I've only seen this on Bet365, but I'm sure it's available on other firms as well. So here is a summary of the bets. I'm going to go both teams to score in Norway versus Sweden, both teams to score and over 2.5 goals in Wales versus Ukraine, and finally, I'm going to go 2 or 3 goals in Malta versus San Marino. As always, thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe to the channel. I really appreciate it when you do that. And please give us a follow on Twitter and Instagram at Cryptic Trading. We've been posting some bets there from our analysts, and we've had some really good success, and I don't want you to miss out on those. I'm going to head off and get an ice cream. As always, cheers and good luck.